Hello there, my name is Vinny Voodoo, and this is a follow-up to the video I made yesterday announcing the arrival of Season 4 of Warzone 2 and, of course, Modern Warfare 2. But before we get into that, I'd just like to say that several people kindly left me a comment asking where Plunder Trios was, because I announced in that video Quads is now Trios, but at least Plunder is still here. Well, I will show you. Normally you're on this kind of what's hot page here, and it'll be the last things that you played. If you go down to games and then go across to Warzone Battle Royale, and this is why I understand people couldn't find it, because Plunder is now under the umbrella of Battle Royale. And in fact, if you go on the right there, you'll see Plunder Trios is there. So I totally get why people couldn't find it, because why would you click on Battle Royale? Because Plunder is not a Battle Royale. As always, Plunder takes a back seat to it, but it is there. And in fact, we have quads there and solos, standard Battle Royale stuff. And we also have the new map of Vondel and the Resurgence Quads, Trios, Duos and Solos. And in fact, I went to the Vondel Resurgence Solos to get some footage, and I will talk about that in a moment. So here we are on Season 4, and it is interesting to note that we have 47 days left of this season, and I think that's quite relevant to something I was talking about yesterday. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the new Vondel. What is that? There's a playlist update. You can tell that I record this live, can't you? So let's see what happens here. It would be funny if Battle Royale's gone. Well, it won't be funny, but it'll be typical. Oh dear. Right, let's go and have a look now. Live from Hollywood. Plunder is still there. I have no idea what that is. Right. I'm going to leave all that in. You're going to get a taste of what it's like to try and record a video with this game. Sorry for that. Right, yes, we will have a look at the Vondel map in a moment. But yeah, we have 47 days left of this particular battle pass. And as I said yesterday, that's shorter than it should be. And the reason I said for that is just the rumor mill was that it's going to drop the Warzone 2. And in fact, I think that's going to happen. But I tell you what, I'll waffle about that later. Why don't we take a look at the new Vondel map? And as I said, I went into Vondel under the Battle Royale Resurgence mode because I didn't think it was available in DMZ. It is, but let's take a look at some of the footage there. I was looking around the map. It's got a kind of Bavarian feel. I really like the look of the new map. I really dislike the mode of Battle Royale, but I decided to suck it up and actually just put up with it so I could get some footage of it, because like I say, I didn't realize it was also available in DMZ. So there I was, just recording some footage, and then I thought, well, I'll go and see what's changed in DMZ. And if we back out of that footage there, I went to DMZ, and if you go to deploy, there's the Vondel map. And I thought, well, better than Battle Royale, Vondel is much better to actually play in DMZ. Yeah, you've got NPCs and a few operators around, but there's a much less chance of me getting killed. So I fired that up with the expectation it'd look just like the Resurgence mode. Oh no. For some reason, in DMZ, they've decided to cover it with this sandy fog, and I wouldn't even call it like the sandstorm that was in Al Mazrah City in the last season. It's just this kind of like depressing brown smog that's there. Don't bother taking a sniper rifle in DMZ to the Vondel map. It's just, you can't get a taste of the map at all. And if this is Bavarian or something like that, it wouldn't have any sandstorms. It might have smog, I guess, but it wouldn't have sandstorms. I don't know why the two differ, but they do. So if you want to see the map in its glory, then go into Resurgence. If you want to play DMZ, then you're going to have to put up, at least for now, with that. Everything else is pretty much the same. We have Vondel, Ashika Island, Al Mazrah, and Building 21, which I don't bother with because it's just, you know, it's never on. For some reason, it's off now for 17 hours. So there's a few extra changes, and of course a brand new battle pass. The battle pass to me looks exactly the same as the last one. They all pretty much are, but if you're going to run through it without actually buying the battle pass, I recommend heading towards sectors D4 there and D9 up there, because there's a free weapon available that you can cash out with your battle pass tokens, whether you buy the battle pass or not. And that's not a blueprint, that is an actual weapon. So head there and then scout around and look for free CP, such as the one found in sector D8. Oh, I just want to interrupt myself here. One of the things I noticed whilst playing DMZ in Al Mazrah is the sandstorm has actually gone from Al Mazrah, and now there's broken overpasses and highways and big piles of sand and busted out windows and stuff. This is quite a major change to it. Now, I knew they were doing subtle things to the game, but I had no idea that they were going to go this far. I've only just explored the map briefly 2 or 3 games, and whilst I was doing that, I died, and I put out a call which is now appears automatically at the end of your death for friends to enemies, I should say, other operators to come and help. And I joined a team, and then they could pick someone else up, and before I knew it, we had 5 people on the team. Now, can you let me know in the comments how many people you could possibly have in a team in this game? Anyway, yeah, the actual map of Al Mazrah has changed and the sandstorm has gone. Right, back to regular programming. Now, I was talking about the actual number of days left in this particular battle pass and the fact that it's at least 13 days less than normal. And my rumor mill people were telling me it's because they're going to drop the numbering system and they were actually going to go back to Verdansk. I don't know about going back to the Verdansk thing, but I am confident they're either going to drop the numbering system or by the end of this year, it'll be known as Warzone 3. And I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to call it Warzone 3 because there won't be a big leap from Warzone 2. Well, why are they going to do that? Well, the reason that these battle passes are so short is because they had to shave off 10 or 12 days off each one for it to tie in with the release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. You see, the thing is when you're playing Warzone, you're actually downloading Modern Warfare 2 and then installing Warzone packs. You probably know this, but if you don't, if you go to your settings under Manage Files, you will have 2 options here. One says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, of which I have nothing installed currently, and one says Warzone 2, which is the Warzone pack of this app. When Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 comes out, you won't be running this, will you? You'll be running Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 with the Warzone attached to that. So they're not going to call it Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone 2, are they? You know, so what it is I think they're going to drop the numbering. It's always going to be known as Warzone. Whether or not it goes back to Verdansk is much less likely, but what is likely is they're going to drop that. This is despite Activision promising they would never integrate a Call of Duty into Warzone, and Warzone would be a standalone app. They absolutely outright lied. That is not what has happened here. We are downloading the Modern Warfares or the Black Ops or whatever comes out after that and then attaching a Warzone pack to that game. Because, of course, they share the same battle passes as well and stuff like that. It's a shame. I wish they'd just make it a standalone game, but that's the way it currently is. Now, there's a lot of little subtle changes. There's an events thing here, which I thought originally you could only do in Battle Royale, but if you actually play and save Vondel, as it says there, you can actually see you can do it in Resurgence. Lockdown, which I believe maybe the zombie mode that's coming up. Let me know in the comments if you know. That's in 12 days and 16 hours time. You can also do the event there in DMZ, and of course Modern Warfare multiplayer, which I don't own, so I can't do it there, but at least I'd have these 3 modes to do it in. But honestly, it's do I care? No. It's not really an exciting event for a brand new season, is it? I mean, in the old days we'd get zombies being released and King Kong and all sorts of stuff. I get that this is more grounded, but this is so grounded, it's boring. Anyway, I will continue going through it, as I'm sure you will too. If you find anything interesting, leave me a comment. In the meantime, my name's Vinny Voodoo. Thanks for watching.